I snapped at my teacher in front of the whole class after she ignored 3 years of bullying. And honestly, I don't regret a single word. Middle school was hell for me. The popular kids invented something called the Mikey touch, like the cheese touch from that Diary of a Wimpy Kid book, except it was about me. If anyone talked to me or even looked at me too long, they were infected. And the only way to get rid of it was to shove me in the hall or throw things at my head during lunch. I went to my teacher, Mrs. Harold, over and over for 3 years, but she never did a thing. When they dumped my backpack in the toilet, she said, maybe you shouldn't leave it unattended. When they made a group chat called Reasons, Mikey Suckses and invited the whole grade except me, she shrugged. Kids will be kids. When they spread rumors that I had lice and made everyone suit away from me, she said, maybe try being friendlier. Why? Because the bullies' parents ran the school's parent council. They funded the field trips, the carnivals, the basketball jerseys. If she punished their kids, all that money disappeared. And she cared more about that than me. The day I snapped started like any other. I came to class early because the halls were safer when they were empty. I put my stuff down, went to the bathroom, and when I came back, my pencil case was gone. Not just pencils, my house key was inside. I told Mrs. Harold. She sighed and said, Mikey, you need to keep better track of your things. Then I saw Valerie across the room twirling my key on her finger. I pointed. She has it, right there. Mrs. Harold glanced for half a second and said, I don't see anything. Sit down. Valerie tossed my key to Tyler, who pretended to swallow it. The whole class laughed. Some even pulled out their phones to record. My voice was cracking as I begged, please, I need that to get into my house. Mrs. Harold didn't even look up from her computer. That's your problem, Mikey. Sit down. Then Tyler spat my key onto the floor, kicked it under the radiator, and Valerie said loud enough for everyone to hear, guess she's sleeping outside tonight? Maybe she'll finally shower. And that's when I exploded. I shot up so fast my chair crashed to the ground. You're pathetic, I screamed, right at Mrs. Harold. 3 years of pain came pouring out. I told her everything they'd done while she sat there pretending not to see. They glued my hair to the desk, so my mom had to cut it all off. How they tricked the lunch lady into thinking I had already eaten, so I couldn't get food. How they made up the Mikey touch so no one would come near me. And then I said the one thing that had been stuck in my throat for years. You don't care about protecting kids. You only care about money. You're a coward. The room was dead, silent. Everyone was staring. Mrs. Harold's face was beet red. And finally, she looked at me. Not with guilt, not with shame, just rage. She pointed to the door and snapped, principal's office. I got 3 days of in-school suspension for disrespect and disruption, and not a single classmate backed me up, even though they all knew the truth. But for once, I didn't feel powerless. I finally said what needed to be said. And here's the ironic twist. A year later, Mrs. Harold's own husband left her, posting on Facebook about how she neglected her own family to binge reality shows all day. Guess karma doesn't care about field trip money. So yeah, I snapped and I'd do it again. Would you have stayed quiet or would you have exploded like I did? Drop your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more unbelievable true stories.